Hello everyone, I am making this video for particularly new members, but also it's a great refresher for our existing members. An introduction to body and brain practice, different exercises and techniques, the principles and methods that we use, and also information about different workshops and trainings that we offer as well. So I have a PowerPoint presentation and I'm going to just bring it up here and then I'm going to go through it with you. I hope this information is useful for you. All right. So if you are a new member to Body and Brain, and especially to the Conroe Center, welcome. We're so excited to have you here. As you know, I'm Master Cherie. Just quickly, I've been in this practice about 7 years. I've had the center here 4.5 years, coming up to 5 in December. Very quickly, when I first moved to the States, I really, I met Body and Brain. I was looking for a yoga practice, and I could feel that there was something different and really helped me a lot overcome my depression, anxiety, and really helped me to be who I am today. I have a bigger story, but I won't go into that right now. But I knew straight away that I wanted to share this with people, so quickly I became a master of this practice and opened the center in 2017. Yeah. So welcome. Really happy to have you here. Today I'll explain a little bit about body and brain, so let's get started. So what is body and brain? So body and brain yoga, as you may know, it's a Korean practice, so it's very different from what most people expect or have had experience with when they think about yoga. And really we're a mind-body training method. So actually I always think of us more like brain training, so helping you connect mind and body together. So we involve different modalities through that. That includes deep stretching. We call it meridian stretching. I'll talk a little bit more about meridians in a minute. We also offer Tai Chi. You've probably experienced, if you've been to class already, breathing exercises and also meditation exercises. So actually all of those components really add together to create this mind-body connection. So it's based on universal energy principles. So if you've ever had anything like acupuncture, or you've been involved in traditional Chinese medicine, or perhaps you've done some energy healing work before, these are all the same kind of principles working with the energy system in the body. And then also we have a very systemized approach called brain education. And this was developed, it's a personal development system, was developed by the founder of Body and Brain. His name is Ilchi Lee. So I'll talk a little bit more about what brain education means. You don't need to worry too much about all the information today, but just a brief introduction to the principles. So let me keep moving here. So this is one of our favorite quotes actually from Ilchi Lee. He says, "My body is not me but mine. My mind is not me but mine. I am the master of my body and mind." So what does that mean? Well, body and brain practice helps us see or become aware actually how much we follow our thinking and how much we follow our body in terms of when it feels discomfort or pain, we follow it with our thinking and our emotions. But actually body and brain practice helps us to reverse that and to realize actually I am the master, I am the creator. I get to choose what my brain does and what my body does, rather than just following them out of habit, almost like a slave to your body or your mind. I really like this quote too. So each one of us has the power to change our lives and the world around us. And the power lies in the brain. So actually the brain controls everything. So everything in your physical body, every perception that you have of your life is coming from your brain. So brain education or body and brain practice really helps you become aware of that. So how is body and brain different? So many different styles of yoga, many different exercise programs, many different meditation styles, breathing practices. So what makes body and brain unique? So like I said, it's focused on the brain. Really, this is the foundation of everything. And like I said, we have this system. It's actually a 5-step system called brain education. And it teaches you how to better use your brain to live a life with health, happiness, and peace. You might have seen that as part of our slogan for body and brain, health, happiness, and peace. Like I said, it's based on energy principles, so you can achieve that true mastership over your mind and body by learning how to feel energy along with the principles to manage your energy. So we'll go into this a little bit more, and obviously you'll hear a lot about this during classes too. And the beauty of body and brain is for everybody. So our classes are designed to allow people of all ages, all body types, all fitness levels to participate comfortably at their own pace. That's what I really value about body and brain, is it's accessible to everyone. So in our regular classes, what does that look like? So there are different components. The first, and actually I think one of the most important components, is the warm-up exercises. So our warm-up exercises start before the class is due to start. Maybe 5 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, just depending how many people are here. We start to do these warm-up exercises. Generally they consist of Danjan tapping and intestinal exercises. If you haven't experienced a class yet, I will explain a little bit about those exercises. But once you come to class, you'll understand more too. Usually after that, we start with some stretching. And this is very specific stretching. So again, this makes us a little different from other styles of yoga where they're holding postures. Actually, our stretching is designed to open the Meridian Channels in your body. And the Meridian Channels are the little highways that transfer energy around the body. So that's why some of the exercises might be familiar if you've done yoga before, but some of them will be completely different. And a lot of them are dynamic movement, not just static postures. So they can be a little bit different. So around half the class, maybe 30 minutes, actually less than half the class, about 30 minutes, we are opening the body through stretching and movement. Usually after that, we do an exercise called toe tapping. So toe tapping is one of our signature exercises here at Body and Brain. It is the best exercise to help prepare your body to sleep well. So if you have troubles with sleep, please look into toe tapping a little bit more, or ask me for some more guidance. After that, we usually come into meditation exercise. Actually, usually we do the brainwave vibration exercise. So this is where we're shaking our head and tapping our lower abdomen at the same time, really trying to calm those brain waves down and let go of our thinking mind, come more inside with our focus. So normally after the toe tapping, we would do brainwave vibration. After that, we do an exercise called Jigam. Jigam is an energy meditation. If you did an intro session with me, perhaps you did a little bit of this exercise where you were maybe shaking your hands and tapping your fingers, and then we were just feeling the energy between our hands. This is Jigam. Jigam means no thought. So when you practice this exercise and you focus on the energy between your hands, your thinking brain becomes very quiet. After that, we usually go into our breathing exercises, and in Korean, this is called Hangong. So actually, these are meditative poses where we can focus on our breathing and accumulate energy inside our body, especially in that danjan, or the core of our body, our lower abdomen. So hang gong postures. You might have heard me say sleeping tiger, posture 3. This is a series that we work through. I'll explain a little bit more as we go as well. Depending on the class you're coming to, sometimes if you're coming to Tai Chi, this is all about energy circulation in the body. It's great for your focus and balance. Really great to stabilize those brain waves, make you feel very peaceful and connected. And then at the end of class, we do just a little bit just to kind of cool down, a little bit stretching again, sometimes rubbing our hands, feeling the energy. And then at the end, we come together and then do some sharing. So I want to take a moment to talk about the importance of sharing. So whether it's in-person class or online class, actually the sharing part is very important. So sharing is not about thinking about the things that perhaps you think other people want to hear or comparing yourself to others. Actually, the purpose of sharing is to help you verbalize what you experienced in your body. When you say it out loud, your brain processes it in a different way, and then it kind of solidifies in your brain. You can probably imagine if you do a class and you have all these different experiences and then you just walk out the door and go back to your daily life, it's very easy to forget the changes that you made and the sensations that you felt. So sharing is a really important part of our practice. Also, as you hear other people sharing, you can find some common ground. So you can see, oh, wow, it's not just me feeling that way. Or perhaps another perspective. Oh, I never thought about kind of describing it that way, for example. So here down the bottom is a list of kind of our signature exercises. These are things that are very foundational and basic to body and brain practice that you'll learn just by coming to your first class. The first one there, dungeon tapping. So using your fist to tap your lower abdomen, a point 2 inches under your belly button, activating the energy in your core, your second chakra. Next one is the abdominal, or you hear them called intestinal exercises. This is a massaging movement as you're squeezing and pushing the muscles in your lower abdomen, really activating your organs, getting the blood flowing again in that core area. The one that I mentioned already is toe tapping, and also I mentioned brainwave vibration. So these are really some of the foundational exercises of our practice. So once you've been here once or twice, you start to feel a lot of things. Some of them feel really comfortable and wonderful, but some of them, oh my goodness, they feel so uncomfortable. And maybe sometimes you start to wonder, is this a good thing? Am I hurting myself? Perhaps this isn't for me. So I want to explain a little bit about these phenomena that we call healing signs. In Korean, it means myeon, hyun. It means light and dark. So especially when you begin body and brain practice, if you've kind of held a lot of stagnant energy or maybe suppressed emotions, or you haven't moved your body for a while, as you go through the classes, all of that kind of, I'm going to call it junk, starts to come to the surface, and it can come out in many ways. So all of this list, different ways, healing signs we call them, showing you that you're making changes and healing your body. So you can see that everything from deep fatigue to itching, shaking and vibration. If you've done sleeping tiger, you've probably experienced a lot of that. Sometimes like cold and flu symptoms, many different things can come. Headaches, it's very common. Feeling of nausea, again, very common. So you're sitting here listening to me say all these things and you might be thinking, oh my gosh, this is awful. Well, in the moment, yeah, it's not a comfortable sensation. But actually it's your body's way of moving this stuff out. Little bit like detox process. If you've ever done a detox, sometimes you can experience headaches or upset stomach, but it just passes quickly, and then your body actually feels much better after those symptoms have gone away. So here's the thing, don't worry, just keep going. Really, it takes at least a year for your energy to stabilize and then really to feel less of this myeon hyun. So just keep going, and please ask me or any of the other masters if something comes up that you're unsure about. It's super important you communicate with us so that we can really help you understand what's going on. You can see here too that little graph. It's not a straight line. So sometimes when people come and they want to make change, they want to see progress all the time. Just keep going all the way. Actually, energy work or this kind of practice, it's not like that. Actually, it's up and then a little bit down, up, a little bit down. But here's the thing, even the downs are higher than the ups that were earlier on. So you can see here through the graph, actually there's these periods of up and down, up and down. The first one usually comes about 3 months of consistent practice. You're feeling so good, I feel amazing, my energy's better, and then all of a sudden you kind of hit this wall and you think, oh my gosh, if I'm going backwards, what's going on? Well, no, actually you're starting to get into a deeper layer, activating energy in a deeper layer. So keep going, and then please seek guidance when those periods come. Yeah, that way you can feel reassured to keep going. Yeah, great. All right, next one. So here's some pointers, some things to help you get the best and most out of your practice. As I mentioned right at the beginning, the warm-up exercises are really actually one of the most important parts of class. They're going to help you bring your mind to your body quickly, help you activate your energy well, so that then actually you can focus and get the most out of the class itself. So please arrive 10 minutes early and get yourself settled and prepared and ready for warm-ups. This is really important. Of course, things happen, we understand, but if you're arriving right at the beginning when the class starts, or even if you're arriving late, you're really not helping yourself get the most out of class. Secondly, don't overdo it. Yeah, this isn't a practice about forcing anything or comparing yourself to others or just powering through. Please respect your current body condition. You'll hear me say that through class a lot. So what does that mean? If you feel sharp pain, if you're in a posture where you can't catch your breath, something needs to change, and only you know that. I can guide you, keep an eye on you, recommend, but actually that's your responsibility not to go above where your condition is in that moment. Thirdly, something that can really help you with your practice, do regular checkups with your center manager. That's me. Yeah. We can check in, see how things are going. I can help you with any questions that you have, maybe some exercises you're struggling with. Maybe there's an issue you're facing and would like some guidance for some exercises to do at home. Please check in with me, and I'll try and check in with you too. If you are traveling and you'll be away for more than a week, please let me know. I can give you some things to do a short period of time while you're away to keep you on the right track. Also, we have our YouTube channel as well. And that leads me on to point number 5. So doing some things at home between coming to classes, this is really where you're going to experience the most change. So that consistency is really important. So really it's about how much you want to make change. If you're just relying on coming to a class to make you feel better, actually that's not sustainable. And also it's not integrating it into your life. So doing a little bit of something at home. Our YouTube channel has some great 10-minute routines. I also have an app that I can personally set up some exercises for you. And link to some videos to show you how to do them as well that can keep you a little accountable. You can check them off. All of that is available to you in your membership. So please come and speak to me about that. And then measure your progress. Sometimes we get kind of comfortable and we're like, oh yeah, I feel so good, this feels really nice. But actually, our comfort zone, nothing's changing. Yeah. So during class, each time, just a little bit more mindfully, not forcing your body, but just challenge yourself step by step, a little bit more. And I'll help you with that as well. And when you come to class, please wear comfortable clothing and please wear socks. Yeah. If you forget your socks, please make sure your feet are clean. Yeah, actually it really helps keep the environment here really clean and the energy really pure too. So it's okay if you forget your socks, I understand. But please just make sure your feet are nice and clean. You can get a paper towel, whatever, and clean them off. Thank you for your understanding with that. All right, so moving on. Okay, I'm not going to spend so much time talking about the steps of brain education, but this is the structure, the system that we actually use here. Starting from step 1 called brain sensitizing and moving up the ladder here through versatilizing, refreshing, integrating, mastering. The goal is use the full capacity of your brain. So when you use the full capacity of your brain, actually you're able to navigate any situation in your life, whether that's physical challenges, emotional challenges, spiritual challenges, relationship challenges. Your brain has everything there already. It exists. But we use such a small part of the brain. This brain education system helps us activate and awaken more of our brain so that we can be more productive, creative, and peaceful. Yeah. So let me talk this one especially. When you begin classes at Body and Brain, this is where everyone starts. We call it brain sensitizing. And the goal is to grow your awareness. Become more aware of how your body feels and what your brain is doing. And then become more able to feel the body's energy. So we call it sensitizing. So some of the exercises related to this, the stretching exercises, feeling your body in different ways. And then feeling energy, Qigong exercise. The benefits of this, your physical health and your enhanced focus, bringing the mind here and now, connecting with your body. And then we also have some workshops, one called Initial Awakening. I recommend this one for everyone. This really helps you understand this practice more deeply and gives you a deeper sense of awareness about your body. Another one called Energy Sensitizing. And the last one, Chakra Opening. This is a great workshop I do here at the center every now and then as well. As we go through, I'm going to kind of brush through a little bit quickly, but step 2 is brain versatilizing. The goal of this is flexibility. So not just flexibility in your body, but flexibility in your brain. Create resilience, flexibility. When you feel kind of tight or unable to accept changing circumstances, it's really stressful. So we want to make our brain and our body more flexible and adaptable to life's circumstances. So a lot of the exercises, such as coordination exercises, and then just kind of shifting our perspective, stepping away from our thoughts and emotions, this is part of this step. This creates less tension, less stress, and then also your physical flexibility increases and your resilience in your mind also increases. The kind of signature workshop for this step is called Finding True Self. If you do nothing else with Body and Brain, this is the one I really recommend, Finding True Self. We also have our Dan Mudo martial art course, which is based around Tai Chi, Qigong practice, and then also a deeper training, chakra healing training. Step 3, brain refreshing. Here, this is all about emotional balance. So if you find you're a person who kind of swings emotionally a lot, This really helps you to create a fresh frame of mind and release unhelpful information or kind of stagnant or suppressed emotional energies. So some of the things that help this in class: energy healing exercise and breathing. So the benefits: a positive outlook. You feel more confident and more emotionally resilient. Again, there you can see some of the workshops. Finding True Self also deals with this brain refreshing, actually in a very deep way. We also have a whole course called Energy Healing Course. And then our retreats, our meditation and healing retreats, are great places to refresh. Yeah. Step 4, integrating. So this is starting to bring these principles into your life and create a life of power, purpose, and passion by starting to engage all the parts of your brain: thinking brain, emotional brain, and we call it life brain. So all parts of your brain working together. Exercises you'll experience: vibration exercise, tapping, bouncing, shaking. And then also helps you to discover more about your purpose in life as you kind of clear out and then bring your focus in. So this gives you more power to take action and then live your life with your core values. The big signature workshop for this step is brain management training. Step 5, the goal: brain mastering, self-mastery. We call it self-mastery. So create the life experience you want and realize your full potential. So here, this is where you integrate into your life what you learn here in classes and workshops. You can realize the power of your choices and then become, they say, the creator or author of your life, rather than just letting your circumstances dictate your life. One of our biggest workshops, kind of high-level workshops, is called Down Master Course. And this really is focused on creating this self-mastery. So here it is in a bit more condensed form. The foundation of body and brain: come to class. If you can get here 2 to 3 times a week, this is ideal. That also, you can use the online classes to hit those goals if you can't make it in person. After that, you can see the different workshops here. I'll recommend to you as well, as you start going through, perhaps one of these would be good for you. Yeah. So don't feel overwhelmed by this information, but just know that there's a whole system available to you just to keep going at a comfortable pace, really working towards the goals that you have. So here's a couple of different, you've probably heard some of the phrases if you've been to class. Here's a little bit explanation about those. The first one there, 반갑습니다, 반갑습니다. So I'm so happy to see you. At the beginning of class, we always take a moment and we bow to each other and say 반갑습니다. So this is really a lovely way just to set our intention, really appreciate the time and space that we share together, and then really bring our hearts and minds together in that space. So 반갑습니다. And then at the end of class, you will hear probably 감사합니다, 감사합니다. It means thank you in Korean. These are all Korean words. So as we bow at the end, just to appreciate class, we say 감사합니다. Yeah. Some of the other terms you might hear the word life particles or ki energy or chi. So you might have heard it described that way. It just means energy, life energy, universal energy. Yeah, any words you want to put to it, it's okay. But in this practice, you might hear life particles. Actually, the life particle banner, let me show you. This one. So this is a kind of visual representation of life particles. Yeah. Danjan. Danjan is the energy center of your body. Actually, we have quite a few. We have 3 main danjans, but the one we always talk about in class, down here, your lower danjan. So belly button, 2 inches below, this is your danjan. Quite often we start class in our warm-ups tapping this area. So this is Danjan, energy center. Next one, Jigam. So I explained this one already. Jigam, energy sensitizing meditation. And the Hangong, breathing postures, including sleeping tiger. On the other side here, Shivanada. At the end of class, or when it feels a little challenging, you might hear Shivanada. It feels so good. Another Korean term. The next three I don't use so much at Conroe because I'm not Korean. However, if you visit our other centers where there is a Korean master, you might hear yourself referred to Dowunim. Dowunim means member at the center, Dowunim. So Susie Dowunim, welcome, James Dowunim, you might hear that term. And Sabamnim is instructor. So that means someone who's not the center manager, but someone who's teaching classes at the center. They may be working to become a master, or they may be a master already, not a center manager. So Sabamnim. And Wongjangnim. So actually, technically, I am a Wongjangnim. Yeah, so that means center manager or headmaster at the center. Some of the major acupressure points that you might hear me talk about in class, Baekhui, right at the top of your head here. Seventh chakra, Baekhui, also known as Heaven's Gate. The acupressure point in the center of your palm, actually as you curl your hand, where that center finger joins here, this is called Jangshim, heart in palm, big energy point. Energy can go in and out, exchange through this point. Next one, Yongchan. Let me stick my foot up to the camera. Yongchan. It kind of feels like a little cave here, Yongchan, just at the ball of your feet, and it's known as the spring of courage. Yongchan means spring of courage. It relates to your kidneys. And then again, Danjan, energy field or energy center. So don't worry too much about these Korean words. They take some time to get used to, but at least you can understand a little bit when you hear them. Next, this energy system in the body. So we have this amazing system. The trouble is none of it is visible to the eye. It's not tangible like our blood vessels and our veins, but it is the foundation of our circulation in our body. So we have Meridian Channels, and we have Acupressure Points, and we have Chakras. So you can see there throughout the body, actually this diagram, all the little dots that you see here, these are acupressure points, and have a look. 365 acupressure points throughout the body, all over. Yeah. So you can see a lot of them concentrated up the spine, a lot of them on your abdomen and your torso, a lot of them around your head, probably all the areas that you might feel some tension. You can notice some of those points. And then the lines that are joining these dots together, these are called Meridian Channels, energy Meridian Channels. So we have 12 major Meridian Channels in the body. And then over this side, these beautiful diagrams, these are your 7 chakras, energy centers in the body, energy centers. Each one has a different character and kind of a different responsibility, different type of energy. Some are like reservoirs, storing energy. Some are like gates, letting the energy move up and down. And then the top and the bottom ones, these are really big gates. So we say Heaven's Gate, and then Earth Gate, root chakra, this one right at the bottom here too. So the chakra opening workshop that I do here at the center, this is a great one to understand a little bit more. Actually, you can learn a lot about yourself through that workshop, and then your kind of characteristics and your energy condition as well. So this is the energy system in the body. Here we go. So these three dungeons, these three energy centers, this is the one that you hear us talk about first. Actually, this is the foundation of the entire energy system. That's why we put so much focus here. Without this one being strong and healthy, actually everything else is kind of unstable above it. But the middle dungeon here, your heart chakra, center of chest, right in the center of your chest. And it relates to your emotional health. That feeling of love and joy and empathy all emanates from this middle dungeon, heart chakra. Lower dungeon, responsible for physical health and your vitality and your strength. So how you bring your passion into your life, yeah. The upper dungeon, this really relates to your spiritual nature, also your mental clarity. So when this chakra is either blocked or weak, you can feel a little foggy or so much following your thoughts. So keeping these energy centers balanced and open, really important. And through classes, you'll learn more about this too. Okay, moving on. This is the fundamental principle of energy in your body. It's called water up, fire down. Water up, fire down. So this is the optimal energy balance for the brain and the body. You can imagine when your brain is nice and cool, you feel very calm, relaxed, and able to make good decisions without reaction. You've probably heard people described as hot-headed. So what do you think of when you think of hot-head, right? They're very reactionary, maybe kind of explosive personality, kind of unpredictable. So we want the opposite of that. We want water up, cool head, cool brain. And then fire down. So your dungeon, your lower abdomen, this should be warm and this should be full of energy and this should be really vibrant. This is like the powerhouse for your circulation in your body. So when your dungeon is warm, it heats up the kidneys actually in the back. And then this water energy pushes up or rises up into the brain, cooling the brain. That cooling effect coming down to the chest. And then also it's pushing down that heat energy that can build up here down to your dungeon. And on and on and on the cycle goes. So this really is the healthy way for your body. Your physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. But quite often we're reversed. Fire up here, so much pressure, thinking, tension, and then actually our abdomen really cold, numb, blocked. Yeah. So when you feel like that, you don't feel good. Actually, you feel very unwell, either stressed or physically unwell. So in our classes, our goal is to create water up, fire down circulation. How do you recognize if you've created it? Sense of relaxation, but with energy. I feel energized, but it's more the calm, stable energy than like frantic, anxious energy. And then also I feel very comfortable and grounded in my lower body. Nice warm belly. Yeah. So this is water up, fire down. So we need two things to create water up, fire down. We need a strong lower energy center, lower dungeon. So we do a lot of exercises focused on this area. And then also don't skip your warm-up exercises. This is the opportunity to keep building strength here in your lower dungeon. And secondly, you need an open chest, open heart. Our chest is where we accumulate a lot of tension. Yeah, whether it's from our habits of sitting and not moving our body, or whether it's our busy thinking mind, we're at work, maybe it's our emotions, we get a lot of blockages here, can really stop this circulation from moving in your body. Just the heat energy just circulating in the upper body, cold energy circulating in the lower body. Really not a good condition. So chest breathing, chest tapping, chest opening exercises all help open this area. So here are our warm-up exercises, the ones that I spoke about before, Danjan tapping. So Danjan tapping and intestine exercises, most foundation exercises of body and brain practice. When you begin, they're so weird, right? It's all this focus on my abdomen. But actually, this is the area that we need to work on the most, everybody. So why? Why do we need to work on this? So we focus so much on our abdomen and our organs. So from an energy perspective, your lower danjan, your lower abdomen, is the foundation of your energy development. The stability of your energy development rests on the foundation of your lower energy center. But actually, more importantly than that, the gut-brain connection. Have you heard about this? So actually, your gut is your second brain. So not only do you have a brain here, but you have a brain in your gut. And they communicate constantly and talk to each other via the vagus nerve. So if your gut is not healthy, actually your brain cannot operate at its optimal function. Yeah. So we have to work both sides. We work a lot on our gut health in body and brain practice. We also relax and release and stabilize our brain. Yeah, help to relax our brain. So both together. So some of the exercises in class that help that gut-brain connection, the Danjan tapping intestine exercises I just talked about, and then brainwave vibration, our moving meditation technique, and also belly button healing. Have you seen that belly button tool? I'll show it to you in a moment. So one of the exercises also that you'll get very familiar with is Jigam. Jigam. This is called energy sensitizing training. It means to stop all thought and emotion. And it's really designed to help your focus, bring your focus inward. So much of our time, our focus is outside with our five senses. Jigam helps you bring your awareness in and to feel energy in your body. It really encourages that relaxed state of concentration. So we say relaxed concentration. Yeah, relaxed focus. And it requires focus on the body in the present moment. Yeah, it stops your brain from being ahead of you in the future and behind you in the past. Jigam, brain training, energy sensitizing training. Here too, one of the basic exercises that we do as we begin, chest breathing, chest breathing. This is something I recommend practicing at home. You start by lying down. We say empty posture, lying down with your hands by your sides, palms facing up. And then tap your chest, first of all, tapping your chest, just opening up this area, breathing. And then as you bring your hands back down by your sides, just breathing in through your nose, expanding your chest comfortably, and breathing out through your mouth, breathing out through your mouth. And you can imagine, just like the diagram shows, breathe the stagnant energy down and out through your fingertips. Breathe in to the center of your chest and then breathe out through your fingertips. So this just requires your focus and attention. Very comfortable breathing. Don't worry about breathing deeply or forcefully, but start with tapping. And then bringing your hands down, breathe in through your chest. Breathe out through your fingertips. You can try and do 10, 20 breaths, more if you like, and see the difference it makes. Yeah, it helps to relax and open up your body. Here are our breathing postures. So we've talked about this, Hangong. So Hangong is for energy accumulation and circulation. We say it's a mindful breathing meditation holding a specific posture. So here you'll see many different postures. Sometimes in class we get through all of them. Sometimes we just pick and choose a couple of them. You can see the different postures here as you go through. And also during class you'll get guided by me where to focus, what to feel. Sometimes not so easy. But please keep reminding yourself this isn't a physical exercise. Yes, it's great at building a strong core, but actually this is a pose to increase your mindful awareness of your breathing in your body, more like a meditation than a physical exercise. So just keep doing your best. Next one here, brainwave vibration. So this is a great vibrational exercise or moving meditation. Helps to relax and lower your brain waves and really helps to create that water up, fire down. So this exercise is shaking your head. It's not turning, just shaking, letting it shake. Just like one of those boggle-headed toys on the dashboard, just shake your head. And then with your fist, tapping your lower dungeon, 2 inches below your belly button. Doing both exercises at the same time really helps with your sleep, makes you less tired, you feel more energy, and you really feel more mindful because mind and body connected together. And for me, the biggest benefit, my brain waves feel very stable, very quiet brain after I've done brainwave vibration. And here it is, belly button healing. So at some point during classes, hopefully you'll get a chance to experience belly button healing. Very simple self-healing technique. We use that yellow tool that you can see in the diagram here. Mindfully stimulating your belly button. So actually your belly button is super important reflexology point and really connected together with your intestines and your brain. So it's good for your gut health and your brain health. It creates more energy in your body, reduces stress, and also helps with pain relief. So it's very simple exercise. But kind of unique when you first start. So just keep trusting and breathing and following the guidance. And then actually you'll come to really enjoy this exercise. It's very relaxing, comforting, helps your brain waves quieten down, helps you feel warm and comfortable in your body. So I don't know how much you know about body and brain itself, but actually we have a big community. So in Texas alone, we have centers in Missouri City, in Houston, downtown. We have Katy, and we have Champion Center. We also have one up in Beltline near Dallas, and me. So that's 6 centers in Houston. And actually we have over 100 centers in 21 states throughout the US. Body and Brain started in 1980 in South Korea. Ilchi Lee was the founder. I'll talk a little bit more about him soon. And then I actually now spread worldwide in over 10 countries, 600 centers. And then we also do outreach work. So you might know that I do some work with St. Luke's Hospital. I work with the nursing staff there, helping them with stress relief. So many either center managers or masters or members are doing outreach activities using body and brain practice to help in our communities. So over 12,000 actually, isn't that amazing? And that's something you can do if you have a community of people who you think would really benefit from this, maybe an aged care facility or a community group you're part of that would love to be introduced, then come see me. Let's talk about it. I'll help you. I wanted to share this. So not many people have seen this, but it's actually up here on the back wall at the studio. So our mission, Body and Brain mission, is to benefit all life on Earth, including myself, and to create a better world by awakening the best in human spirit. So we live our mission every day by delivering integrative guidance for healthy, mindful, sustainable living to individuals, groups, and communities. Yeah, it's a pretty awesome mission, right? So actually, that's why I really love Body and Brain. I felt really deeply resonate with this mission. That as I help others, I also help myself, and then I benefit everyone on the earth, yeah, and the earth itself. So this is our mission. And then a little bit more, we actually are affiliated with an organization called ECO, the Earth Citizen Organization. And this practice helps us kind of grow our empathy and our care, not only for the quality of our own lives, but also the lives of those around us and the planet. So we call this the Hong-Ik spirit, living my life to benefit all, not just myself. So as an Earth citizen, we are stewards of the earth who live with an awareness of our identity as a citizen of the entire earth. Not just my community, not even just my country, but actually, wow, my place is much bigger on the earth. And then we do a lot of work with ECO. They have a beautiful farm out near Sedona, actually in a place called Cottontree, where they teach sustainable living practices. So that's everything from farming sustainably, living sustainably. They've made those tiny homes, and so people can go out there and learn, do training with them. And also sometimes we get to visit there too, and we do a lot of fundraising for them. They're a non-profit organization, and they do a lot of community activities as well. So you can see Body and Brain actually much bigger than perhaps just what you see taking classes at the studio. And lastly, this guy. Who's this guy? So this is Ilchi Lee. This is the founder of Body and Brain. He created Body and Brain Yoga. He was the developer of this system called Brain Education and also this Earth Citizen movement. He's written, man, it must be well over 40 books by now, and he's been a New York Times bestseller. His books are some of the best ways to really dive a little deeper into some of the principles and practice that you experience here. And he's helped millions of people become a master of their brain and their body. And his website there, ilchi.com, is a great resource. You can even subscribe to the newsletter and get kind of weekly inspiration and stories. I really love it. It's very easy to read, very digestible, and really helps me kind of stay in a positive mindset. So here is Ilchi Lee. You can even take training with him. The deep chakra vibration training that we have, we call it Guangmyang Arrow, is directly with Ilchi Lee via Zoom. So you can experience training with him as well. If you're part of the Conroe Center, here is where you find all the stuff. So hopefully you received a postcard, a physical postcard from me. I gave it to you when you came to the center. If you don't have one, please pick one up next time. The most important thing here, this website link is where you will always find the most current class schedule, the events going on, and information about workshops and much more. If you're on social media, I'm on Facebook and Instagram. You can check those out. And also here too, please take some time, look through our YouTube channels. So both of these are excellent. You can subscribe to them by clicking the subscribe button on YouTube, and then you'll be notified of new videos coming up as well. A couple of other useful websites here. The ilchi.com one was the one I just talked about. And then Change Your Energy. This is where you can find a lot of products, books, courses, information, even beautiful things like healing crystals for your home, other holistic healing tools and products you can find there. Down the bottom there is my email and my cell. Never hesitate to text me. Calling is a little bit more difficult because usually I'm in sessions or with my family, but texting I will get back to you as soon as I can. Yeah, email sometimes kind of, you probably know too, right? Before you know it, the email you send is like 25 down the list. So texting really is the best way to get hold of me, or see me face to face in class. So that's about it. That really is it from me. I hope that you found this introduction helpful. You know a little bit more about the practice and maybe where you're headed and the things that are available to you, and some of the terminology and exercises. But please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions that you have. Please take some time to look at those YouTube channels. You'll find all our very basic homework exercises there, like our dungeon tapping and intestine exercises. Everything is there. So if you want to practice at home or you want to just learn a bit more, it's there for you. So I'm going to send you a lot of big love. I love you so much, and I hope to see you very soon. And bye-bye for now. 감사합니다.